Cryogonal has always felt like such a mysterious Pokemon to me. When I first encountered it in my original playthrough of Pokemon Black as a kid, it felt so otherworldly. Sure, to most people, Cryogonal may not seem that noteworthy, but to me, I always was so interested in it. But over the years, I feel like Cryogonal has kind of become forgotten. This holiday season, I wanted to do a winter-themed shiny hunt in Pokemon Legends ZA. Originally, I wasn't sure what I would go for, but when the Mega Dimension DLC released and I saw that Cryogonal had made its return, the answer became pretty clear. So in today's video, I will be hunting down a shiny Alpha Cryogonal. I hope y'all enjoy. Now, before we actually get into this hunt, we have to prepare a little bit. Since Cryogonal is exclusive to the Mega Dimension DLC, it's only able to be found in Hyperspace Lumiose in Ice Portals. Normally, Alpha Pokemon are kind of difficult to find in Hyperspace Lumiose. However, using a large amount of sweet berries in your donut recipes can give you the chance of getting the Alpha Power boost, which, as the name suggests, increases your chances of finding Alpha Pokemon. Typically, this would require an obscene amount of grinding. However, by healing at a nearby Pokemon Center, then dropping a save, then heading to Hotel Z to make a donut, you can actually cheat the system with a backup save. When on the main menu of Pokemon Legends ZA, you can use the button combination D-pad up, B, and X to use your backup save. This will place you at the last Pokemon Center you healed at and carry over your save data from your second most recent save. By using the backup save, we can essentially brute force the donut making process until we get the desired donut boost we want. The main benefit of doing this is it allows you to save a lot of your ingredients. Now, I wanted to at least get an Alpha Power 2 donut, which gives you a 21% chance of encountering an Alpha in the hyperspace portal you use it on, and luckily I was able to get it quite easily only after a few attempts. Now that we had our Alpha Power 2 donut, we could finally go start the hunt. In Hyperspace Lumiose, there are a couple of different methods you can use to shiny hunt. Just like in the base game, the fly spam method still works here. However, I find this method to be kind of unreliable here since every time you fly, the game autosaves, and since you're on a timer in each respective portal, it's just kind of inconvenient. You can use the backup save to get around this, but then when you go back into the portal, you have to make sure the Pokemon you want to shiny hunt is in the 50-meter radius. You can also use the runaway method here, which is when you run in and out of the spawn range of the Pokemon you want, but personally, I'm not a huge fan of this one, so I didn't end up using it. Now, at the time, I didn't know about this method, but you can also use the elevators to hunt as well. Now, had I known about this method at the time, I definitely would have used it because this is by far the fastest way to shiny hunt in Hyperspace Lumiose, but as I mentioned, I didn't know. Ultimately, the method I ended up going with for this hunt was the knockout method. In the base game of Legends ZA, this shiny hunting method is pretty time consuming, but in the DLC, Pokemon usually spawn in groups of 4 or 6, so by knocking out every Pokemon in the group in quick succession, you can make it so that they all respawn at pretty much the same time. And by dropping a save right before they respawn, you can make it so that all 6 Pokemon pretty much spawn instantly. Before I started this hunt, I even tried this method a few times and had pretty good luck with it, so naturally, I was positive this hunt would be over in no time. So, after a few days of hunting, I had reached 2 times the shiny odds. Now, going over odds is something I'm quite used to. I do it a lot. Encounters were also going by pretty fast, so I didn't mind it either. At this point though, I was just curious to see how many encounters I would reach before I got a shiny. Ho ho ho! How is everybody doing today? We're back with some more Pokemon. Who's excited? Who's excited? I know I am. Man, this would be the perfect time to have like a soundboard, and then and then I have like a what do you call it? Like the, you know how in like every like sitcom there's like the laugh track. I have the laugh track play. You are a nerd. No shit, dude. I stream Pokemon. Oh yeah, and in case you guys don't know what shiny Cryogonal looks like, here it is. So instead of like for the blue balls, we're looking for the like, what is that, like yellow orange balls. And then he has orange eyes too, but we're looking for the alpha ones specifically, so we won't be able to tell by the eyes. So we're looking for some yellow balls, chat. Oh my god, that's an encounter counter? Yeah. 8,754. Without finding a single shiny. Like, I get I don't have the shiny charm, but god damn. Can we have shiny Cryogonal on the bottom right for reference? Alright, dude, sure. Oh, what the fuck? I started shrinking another image somehow. We'll just put him here. That's the Cryogonal corner, chat. Oh my god, chat, we're actually gonna go over 10k. I've created myself my own purgatory. Put more Cryogonals every 100 encounters. Are we doing like a throwback to the Arceus and Shaman hunt? It's Cryogon over. Yeah. Oh yeah, wait, I forgot about the Cryogonal mitosis, my bad. They're expanding. Let's see if we can create a Cryogonal border. That would kind of be a power move. Okay guys, hold on. With the power of friendship, we can overcome anything. And, by god, we're gonna find shiny Cryogonal right here. Yeah, they're my Kieran. Alright. 10k, chat! Someone's gonna come into this stream, and they're gonna think this is the amount of shiny Cryogonals I've found. But little do they know, I haven't found any. Another one. They're expanding. They're creating a 7. Oh god. Wait, I just came up with a really funny idea. Guys, what if we create a 6-7 on the stream? Chat, I was so excited for the stream. I was like, man, I bet I'm gonna find like 2 shiny Cryogonal. We got 0! At one point in time, I thought, man, shiny hunting in the DLC, it's a piece of cake, dude. Nope. What's going on? The number's moving. What could this mean? Oh my god. How did they do that? Why do you do this to yourself? Dude, I feel like I'm an addict. And then I'm having like an intervention right now. I'm not addicted! You're addicted! You're crazy! Alright, well we are triple shiny odds, chat. Let's get a round of applause. Now let me be clear, I've had a few shiny hunts that have gone ridiculously over odds before. However, the difference between those hunts and this one is that those past hunts were all in older games, where the shiny odds were 1 out of 8,192. In games where the shiny odds are 1 out of 4,096, I had never had luck this bad. I was beginning to wonder if I had somehow set up the hunt wrong, or maybe there was some back-end code that prevented you from finding a shiny when you maxed out research points. It's a ridiculous idea, but like, I didn't know. And obviously, neither of these ended up being the case. The only question that I could ask now, though, was how many more encounters would I need to do? Oh. Oh. Dude. Oh my goodness. The yellow balls, yes! Now, the tragic part about this is, I'm not going to be able to catch this because it's not alpha. Goodbye. Goodbye, Cryogonal. Okay. Well. I I don't know. I just realized I had my desktop audio off. 19,350 is the number. Holy shit, man. I thought we were gonna go to 20K for sure. Alright, well, I guess on to the next phase. 19,356 encounters would end up being the number that would end this dreaded phase. But, as luck would have it, of course, my first shiny Cryogonal was not Alpha. I was kind of hoping I would be rewarded for the long phase, but it just wasn't meant to be. At any rate, now that phase 1 was out of the way, I figured my luck would be much better from here on out. I mean, there is no way that I would somehow go over 19,000 encounters again. No chance that could happen. Right? Right? Please, God, no! If you were to tell me before I started this hunt that I would have back-to-back phases where I would go over 19,000 encounters for a shiny, I would have assumed you were delusional. Delulu, if you will. But no. Some omniscient being or some demonic force decided they wanted me to suffer this holiday season. So here we are. The Pokemon gods basically said, hey pal, we're gonna give you 50 pounds of coal in your stocking this Christmas and you're gonna like it. And I mean, I just couldn't do anything about it. The worst part about this whole thing is it just kept going. I thought at 19K we would catch a break, but no, the numbers just kept on climbing. I nearly ended up going over 6 times the shiny odds, but luckily after a little over 24,000 encounters, we found another shiny. Oh! Oh, it's not even. Oh, bro. God damn it. It's not even Alpha. I can't believe it, dude. Again? Again? You're a disgrace, Cryogonal. You're a disgrace. Where are you fucking going? Well, 24,066 is the number for phase 2, and it is not the Alpha again. Unreal, man. 24,066. Yeah. I guess we're on to the next one. Let's see here. So, after the 43,000 plus combined encounters I'd done so far, I had 2 shiny Cryogonal to my name. Yeah, the math isn't adding up, guys. I quit. I quit. I quit. Regardless of how abysmal my luck had been so far, I was just hoping phase 3 would be faster. And well, by some miracle, my prayers were answered. Yeah! Oh my god. Dude. We're so fucking back. More yellow balls. Oh, but it's not Alpha. Let's kill him. I can't believe it. Okay, well we finally had an under odds phase. Thank God. Hopefully the next phase will be the one where we get the Alpha. Okay. Dude, I didn't even hear that. Well, to be fair, I had my headphones off, but... Okay, that is Shiny Cryogonal number 4 at 3,660. Unfortunately, though, it is not Alpha. Okay. That is phase number 4. So, on to phase 5. Even though I still hadn't found a shiny alpha cryogonal, it seemed like the game finally remembered the shiny odds were 1 out of 4,096 and not 1 out of 20,000. And also decided to grace me with a couple of under odds phases, just in time for Christmas too. I guess in the end, everything balances itself out one way or another. Speaking of Christmas, on Christmas Day, I decided I wanted to do a little bit of shiny hunting to see if I could get the shiny alpha cryogonal on Christmas, because dude, you couldn't script it any better than that. Like, that would genuinely be absolute cinema. And funnily enough, in the few hours that I hunted for, I ended up having some pretty crazy Christmas luck. Okay, so it's Christmas Eve right now. Well, it's technically Christmas now, but, yeah, I wasn't recording because I was only planning on hunting for, like, another 5 minutes. Yeah, we got another regular shiny cryogonal. You know, the interesting thing is, though, I heard 2 sparkles, but, like, there's only the one right there. So 4,062, just under shiny odds. You know, I appreciate the turnaround and look, because it was not going well to start off. Alright, that is cryogonal number 5. Yeah, I guess I'll see you guys on the next phase. So, once again, I'm not recording. I'm low-key watching the new, like, Stranger Things season. I was not expecting to find a shiny at all, but yeah, no, there's a shiny here. That is a shiny cryogonal. Ridiculously under odds. 528. Holy cow. Well, again, it's not an alpha one, which is unfortunate. I should really just start recording instead of not record. I don't know. Look, I was only at like 500, 400 encounters when I started this this session, so I was like, man, there's no way I'm gonna get a shiny this low. But here we are, man. All right. Well, I guess we'll have our boy Cornelius kill him. Let's go. All right. Rest in peace. Alright, well that is phase 6. 528. Again, pretty fast phase. But now we are on to phase 7, and I'll make sure to live record the next one. So I'll see you guys then. I had now mercilessly defeated 6 shiny cryogonal, which meant we were officially over odds for finding a shiny alpha cryogonal. But on a positive note, the past 4 phases had all been under odds, so we were bound to find our target sooner rather than later. Now, since the end of the year was rapidly approaching, I really wanted to finish up this hunt once and for all. So I put aside all my other plans and locked in, determined to finally find my target. Would my determination result in me finding my desired shiny before the new year? Let's find out. Okay. Well, there we go. Another non-alpha. But hey, at least this time, we didn't go, like, not too much over odds, so I guess it's not that bad. But, yeah, we're gonna have to kill this guy. This is our 7th non-alpha. Unfortunate. You know, I wish I had more to say about this, but not really. I really just want this hunt to be over at this point. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one.
Okay, so I wasn't even recording yet, but guys, oh my god, that's it. That's it. 72 encounters on phase 8. We're finally done. Yes. Sorry, I'm being kind of quiet. It's kind of late, but oh my goodness. It hasn't even sparkled yet. So we're gonna see the sparkles at least. You gotta understand, I was not expecting to get this fast since the last phase. Ooh, that's good. That's good. Okay. Let's try to catch it now. First of all, what ball do I want this in? Heavy ball would be cool. There we go. Maybe a moon ball would have been cooler, but I like that. I haven't seen regular Lumio's City in deadass like 2 weeks. I don't know, we've been doing this hunt for a while, man. But let's take a look at it. Shalfa, Cryogonal, I'm gonna guess Hardy. No, it's Brave. I'll take it, man. Oh, we gotta nickname it, of course. We're gonna name this guy Kringle. An epic Christmas-themed name. Okay, honestly, it looks a lot smaller than I thought it would. But look at him. Whoa. And just like that, we had finally acquired our shiny Alpha Cryogonal. Thank you guys for watching as always, seriously, it means a lot. And of course, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, make sure to like the video and consider subscribing to the channel as well. As a little reward for making it this far, I thought I would go over some epic Cryogonal Pokédex entries. Here's a crazy one. They are composed of ice crystals. They capture prey with chains of ice, freezing the prey at negative 148 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh my god. Dude, do not fuck with Cryogonal. When its body temperature goes up, it turns into steam and vanishes. When its temperature lowers, it returns to ice. With its icy chains, Cryogonal freezes those it encounters. It then takes its victims away to somewhere unknown. Oh my god. This thing's moving like King Von, bro.
He was a serial killer.
And that's pretty much all the unique Pokédex entries that we got for it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.